We're a national organization, have kickball leagues in just about every state and even across into England. So we've started here in Denver. We've had a Denver league for about 5 years or so, but the last 3 seasons have really been coming on, and kickball in Denver has really been taking off. This is not fair. She's doing handstands in front of me. Not fair.
This is the biggest irony of it all, and it's slightly an embarrassing thing. Waka would have showed up in Colorado regardless. Waka would have been in Colorado. It was only a matter of time. Waka's a monster. Waka's a well-run, well-oiled machine, and it'll be vibrant and healthy for a long time because it gives a product that a lot of people want. Early on, when we were playing kickball, I contacted Waka, and I was like, hey, you know, I could probably get a team together if you guys want to set up a division out in Colorado, and they did. And I don't know how well known this is, but the first year Waka was in Colorado, Jeff Swank and I were president and vice president of the Waka League, or Waka Division here in Colorado.
We played with them, I think in 2001, 2002, and we killed them. We dominated them from game 1 to the championship, and they asked us not to come back.
We were a holy monster, a fucking monster. We beat everybody, everybody. No one could beat us, and teams hated us.
We set up a midnight game one year against, I think it was Wasa, because Waka or Wasa, one of those two, they challenged us to a game 2 years before I joined the league, and we showed up in force and were drinking and swearing, and we were blowing them out, and they walked off the field, and they won't talk to us since. They won't return emails, like they don't want to have anything to do with our league. And then we set up a midnight game about 2 years later, and we had, again, like probably about 150 people show up at midnight drunk on a Tuesday night, and like they had like their bare minimum team, and we're out there playing in the dark because the lights went off and the sprinklers went on, and finally the cops busted it up because it was too late for us to be drinking in the park.
But yeah, after that, DKBC and Waka split, and all the interaction now is
We played Waka today, and it was like one of their best teams. We beat them. I believe it was like 10.5 to 3. There's a little bit of shit talking, like a lot of whining from Waka. It's the most whining I've ever seen in any kickball league, good Lord. Tomorrow, we play against Wasa.
Just sit back and enjoy us playing the 6-time champion Wasa team.
It kinda looks like me from here. It's got a handsome face and perfect hair. It's dressed so dashingly, just like a gentleman should be. And I am stuff and I am secret. I got a cover and I'm gonna keep it. I'm by moonlight and candle rock. I hunt to tease and chew the cockroach. I am stuck, yeah, I am secret. I got a cover and I'm gonna keep it. Rest of babies out of rebels fans. And I got my guts from demon chains. One shot of Jameson, one shot of military, one shot of Telemon, one shot of Whitebush, one shot of Blackbush, one shot of Color Lane, one shot of Powers, one shot of Red Breast, one shot of Green Spot, one shot of Dunkers, one shot of Crested Town, one shot of Rocks, one shot of Tilburg, one shot of Volcano, one shot of Brooks, one shot of Shanahan's, one shot of Stranahan's, one shot of
They were beating us 4-0. And basically, we adjusted to what was going on, and we came back, and at the end here, we ended up maybe 7 or 8 to 4, and the Wassa team just walked off the field and quit. So that was an unusual experience, especially since they're actually a really good team. They've dominated their conference, and we beat them. So it's pretty good.
So these other teams' leagues finish and they're done and they're walking, and somebody walks past, I think Jason or someone, is like, they're like machines. And we're like machines. I can't imagine how bad this is going to turn out. That's badass. I think he's coming this way. And Sam was like, hey, you're on our team. And I was like, okay. So I played. And he's like, by the way, there's only 3 girls, so if you miss any games, we have to play down 2 people. No pressure. It was a little intimidating, though, knowing that I was going to have to commit to a whole summer, because commitment for me is kind of scary in general.
Eleanor, you broke every man in DKBC because all of us wanted a beautiful girl who could hold her own. And not only did you look good, but you owned the game.
I don't know, I think that we've created this sort of like subculture, or maybe a subgenre of like jock and roll, because some of the most athletic people in the league are chain smokers and alcoholics and probably do stuff that involves white powdery substances. We just don't look like we should be good at anything outside, but we are. And it makes me laugh too when people are like, oh, well, it's just a game. And it's like, well, the whole fundamental aspect of a game is that there's a winner and a loser, and that everything about winning is better than losing. And I just don't ever want to hear somebody say it's just a game ever again.
That's it!
Welcome to the 2009 DKBC All-Star Extravaganza.
Out of my gun, into your burning heart. Out of my gun, into your burning heart. I prefer you, cracker. I prefer you, cracker. I prefer you, cracker. Oh no, I prefer you, cracker. And we attend Make Sense Academy. Cross our arms to front philosophy. Oh, oh. And all the time we take to question and correcting our posture, paying rent with the we are binary now. Be still, be still, be still. And this won't hurt you at all. Be still, be still, be still. And this won't hurt you at all. I see gray, you see only black and white. 1, 2, 3, highlight! Come on, guys! Matador, Matador, you got stuck. Out of my gun, into your burning.
Get out of here! Get out of here!
Go Jesus! 1, 2, 3, go Jesus! I prefer you, cracker. I prefer you,
DKBC was part of WACA, WACA demands that you have a bar sponsor where they charge the bar $500. At least that was the rate back in the day. They charge the bar $500 for the privilege of having the kickballers show up and drink at your bar. I don't know what it is now, but there's that bar on Broadway, Barker Lounge. Is there like a dog on a on a lounger, like a dog like spread out like with an umbrella? It used to be a gay bar, and I don't know if they got like new ownership, but they decided like, oh, we need to sport it up. And we chose that place. This guy came into the bar a few times, and he looked like a total douche. And Tim was like, oh, this is my friend Matt. He just moved back from New York. He's opening up a bar. And this guy just seemed like way like too cool for school. And I was like, all right, whatever. And he's like, oh yeah, hey man, you should really come to my, I'm opening up a bar on Broadway where 7 South used to be. Oh yeah, come check it out. It's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna have like DJs and stuff. And I was like, all right. And it was Matt LaBarge, and I don't know if I ever told him that I thought he was whatever I just said, but I ended up going to the High Dive, and then everyone ends up going to the High Dive. Honestly, I will say High Dive Sputnik were the best 2 venues, the best 2 bars I have ever encountered in my whole life. I'm an avid alcoholic. I have been to many places, and not a one holds a candle to either one of those places.
The interesting stories are at Sputnik, because that's where everybody comes together. Like, you might play a team here and have this going there, but everyone comes together there, and it's just a big family there of who shows up. The people that show up there are the DKBC, and that's what it's about.
When I brought up the idea of like maybe making High Dive and Sputnik like a home for the DKBC, like our sponsor bar, they okayed it. And I don't think they knew what it was going to end up being. I mean, I don't know what it's like now, but that first year it was ridiculous. When we had the draft party, no one was prepared for how gigantic it was going to be. We had coverage in the Westward, which was unprecedented for us. Like, it was a perfect storm. Everything came together, and we had media attention. We had a perfect venue that was up and coming, and everything worked out. And that night, Matt was running around the High Dive. I was running around High Dive. Mark Hughes, we were all running around High Dive like, what the fuck is going on? Like, this is not what we expected. We had over 200 people show up for the DKBC draft when we had a hard time getting 12 people together to play a pickup game. And from there, like, it just grew. I hope as long as the DKBC exists, and I hope as long as the High Dive exists and Sputnik exists, that there's going to be a relationship between the two.